Watching my cat the other day, and she was looking up at the ceiling and her eyes were all wide, and I look up there and I see there's this little itsy bitsy tiny spider. I go to get the Tupperware to try to catch it. I have my arm extended all the way up there and I can't quite reach it. It's a tiny one too, so it's able to maneuver around and hard to trap. I go and get a stool to step up to make it easier for me to access it. And have you ever, it's fascinating, right? When you extend your arm up like that, your shoulder starts to get tired. And I don't know about you, but for whatever reason, when I do that and I'm starting to strain, I open my mouth, which then of course puts you at the risk of the spider falling in and falling off and landing in your mouth. I don't know why I do that involuntarily. It's kind of like Michael Jordan when he was dribbling and his tongue would just go out. It's strange things that we do, isn't it? I'm kind of not even thinking about it. But anyways, here I am, I'm straining, trying to get this spider. My cat's watching it, hoping I drop it so she can pounce on it. And there was a thought that ran through my head, and that thought was, gosh, it'd just be so much easier to squish it. It would be so much easier to squish it. I could save this time and go back onto life, because at this point I'm probably 5, 6, 7 minutes into catching the spider, and that was not on my agenda for the morning, which means the things I wanted to get done were not getting done. And I thought, what a curious thing to think, right? When death is the easier choice than life, when death seems like it's a logical choice, because then the rationale is, well, it's just a spider. Nobody's going to miss this spider. What's the big deal? Life is always a big deal. The choice of life is always a big deal. And the choice of doing the hard thing is always a big deal. You know, that spider, to me, it's not just a spider, but in so many ways, it's a metaphor for the larger game. You know, the hard things, the right things are usually the hard things. The easy things may not always be the best thing. And of course, this is always subjective and situational. I know some of the people watching and listening right now might be terrified of spiders and they're going to think, what, are you crazy? Why would you try to save a little spider? But to me, it's not just about the spider, it's about my character. It's about who I am as a person, because I know if that spider was in an easier position to get, meaning I wasn't inconvenienced, I wasn't straining, I wasn't having to exert effort, I wouldn't hesitate to try to save it. I wouldn't hesitate to get it from inside and move it outside and put it on a flower or plant or somewhere where it has a chance at living its life out to whatever that life is. Yet because I was inconvenienced, because there was more effort involved, I had the thought of what's the easiest way out for me, and that would just be to squish it. It's really something to think about, right? How we approach things in life, especially those things that require effort, because usually we put the effort in because we know or we believe that at the end of the effort is the reward. But often we don't get the reward because we're not willing to do the effort. A long story short, after 10 minutes, I eventually got the spider in the Tupperware, got outside, and hopefully it's off living a wonderful life now.